In this video, I'm addressing you, Alex Rosenblatt. You were hired a year ago. In January 2021, you were a fierce critic of Uber. You published a book against Uber. And then something big happened. They hired you to teach Uber that drivers are people, that drivers are human, that you and I conduct our job, bring in the money, and that the company should start treating you like a real person with respect, with dignity, with pride, right? That's why you were hired, Alex Rosenblatt, right? Now, what has happened in 365 days, Alex Rosenblatt? I have not heard an effing peep, not even a peep, not even like a little chiclet beep, 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 beep. Nothing, nada, niente, zilch, not a single word by this critique that they hired Alex Rosenblatt. So what the F happened, Alex? Did they pay you? Did they silence you? Or did they shut you the F up? What happened? Why don't you tell us the truth, right? Patchi's in the house. And I'm calling you out because you have done nothing for drivers. Dara hired you, paid you a boatload of money. And like we said back then, in the first week I made that video, in January 2021, I said, did they hire you to shut you up? Or did they hire you to actually do something for the company? Well, as I found out, 365 days later, excuse my sarcasm, but you have done jack, S-H-I-T, for drivers. So I'm calling you out. Your face all over social media. And my friends, hashtag Alex Rosenblatt, right? Tweet the video out. Facebook it out. She will come across it. Let's get it into all of those Facebook pages. Alex Rosenblatt, what have you done for drivers for 365 days? Not a single peep. Nothing. You've done nothing. Nothing at all. Silence. Silence is golden, Alex Rosenblatt. So I'm calling you out. Because right now, I see you as a sellout, right? You're a big critique, made a lot of noise, wrote a book about them. Bad Uber. And then they hired you. And I was hoping that you would channel all those negative and bad stories of what you wrote about Uber, how they treated drivers. I was hoping you were going to channel it into something good, into something meaningful, into something real that would transpire into better treatment, better safety, better pay. But Alex, it's been very, very quiet. Not a single word from you. So what did they do? Did they silence you? Did they pay you? Did they muzzle you? Did they buy you a little dog muzzle? Saying, I just can't talk. I'd like to say something, but I can't because I have been silenced. What is the truth? So, and you know, back in the day, 1 year ago, right, I made this video. I said, hey, they hired this girl. And she was supposed to teach Uber how to treat drivers like people. And a lot of you said, oh, she's a sellout. She ain't going to do nothing. Well, you were right. You were right. I was hoping for the positive. I was hoping that this girl sometime in 2021 would come out with something, some sort of program. You'd think that like in 365 days, you'd at least come up with something, right? They've given you 365 days to put ideas together. You've read all the comments, right? And by the way, folks, I'm going to make a brutal video about comments, because you go to Uber's video that they just made, there are 87 comments as we speak right now at 4:48 Pacific Standard Time. 87 comments. 86 of those are negative, 1 positive. I'm going to make a video about that. So that should tell you like how drivers generally feel. 90% of those comments had to do with earnings, poor pay, right? And poor safety. And Alex Rosenblatt, you've been working there for a year. You know, your position is how to teach Uber, how to teach drivers like people. And when people make comments about your company, real drivers, real delivery people, and they tell you how they feel, they tell you that they cannot survive on pennies, they tell you that they don't want to be sent into dangerous areas, they tell you that the company is baiting and switching them, you would think that Alex Rosenblatt would put a plan together in the first 2 months, maybe in the third month, latest in the third month, she would come out with a proposal or a program. You know, I think that's fair. You got 90 days or 120 days to get your crap together, right? But no, you know, after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 12 months later, still silence, silence of the lambs, right? Silence, dead silence. I mean, I could drop a pin. I would hear the pin before I hear from you, right? So why were you hired? That's a valid question, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, I'm outside here at LAX at the Starbucks. Anybody that comes by here in the next 20, 30 minutes, I'm going to give you a shout out. You're going to be in the video. You can come up to the window and then let me treat you to Starbucks, a coffee or something, right? You know, maybe it's too cold to leave the car, but maybe just, you know, come and get something from me and go and get yourself a coffee or some food or whatever you want to spend it on. Spend it on some gas. But my treat if you come around in the next 30 minutes. I'm here at LAX. I'm on Howard Drollinger off Sepulveda. Come by. Let me treat you. Let me treat you to something because I'm telling you, Alex Rosenblatt is not treating you to nothing. No treatment. The silent treatment. The silent treatment. Right? Corey is in the house. Shout out to all you 41 marvelous, wonderful people. Right? 2022 is going to be a good year for us. 2022, we're going to brawl. It's time to brawl. Right? You know, we've been sparring with Uber. You know, we've been jabbing and we've been fighting a little bit and we're warming up. 2022, I at least, I'm going full on brawl. And, you know, I think drivers would come back. I really do. If you would pay them, Alex Rosenblatt. I think drivers would come back if you invested $50 or $100 million into safety, right? And you could show them that there's no negative carjackings, killings, murders, rapes, pedophiles, all that nonsense happening every day in the news around the country, right? From Nashville, Tennessee, Tampa, Florida, San Antonio, Texas, Salt Lake City, Utah, Newport Beach, San Diego, all these stories. Alex Rosenblatt, you have done nothing. Not a single ounce, nothing for drivers in 365 days. You haven't made an announcement. You haven't put out a press release. You haven't introduced a program. You haven't even come up with some ideas because guess what? Every day I research 20, 30 new links on news. I read the news every day. I'm on 10, 15 different channels and newspapers. I know what's going on in the Uber and Lyft world, and I know that you have done nothing in 365 days. Because if you had done something, I would have reported on it. And if you had done something, the drivers would have shared with me. Alex Rosenblatt actually did something, right? This big critique of Uber actually did something. Here's the link. Let's announce it to the world what she is doing. But no. We have heard nothing. Jimmy says safety is worthless without living wage, right? So safety is really numero uno, right? Because without safety, you're not going to make, right? You're not going to make the stuff. Another fantastic 2 days, my friends. Without safety, you ain't not going to make the dineros, right? You are not going to make this, right? You're gonna not make this. This is a few days' work, right? So you're not gonna make that stuff if you're not safe. You're not gonna make that if you're buried 6 feet under the ground, or if you in a wooden casket, or if you're in a box. You ain't gonna make nothing. So Alex Rosenblatt, I am bitterly disappointed about you, right? Because you are a cheap sellout, right? It's like basically like a hoe that will sleep with everyone and charge them 25 cents. You're worth nothing. You're worth nothing to me. You're worth nothing to drivers, right? So let's get that out there. Alex Rosenblatt, you are worth nothing to drivers. You guys need to circulate this, right? Because if we do not, we need to get more aggressive. Maybe the rideshare professor has been a little bit calm, and I'm a fighter. I'm a born street fighter. I grew up on the streets in South Africa, and I've seen it all. I've been in the army. I've seen it all. There's nothing you're going to teach me, right? As far as cringeworthy, dangerous, unsafe, just crazy shit, right? I've seen it with these eyes. So, maybe I was too soft. Maybe I was too soft in 2021, right? I was very vocal and I made a lot of good videos, right? But maybe I was just too soft on these people. Maybe I need to up it a notch in 2022. I don't mind. If you guys give me permission, if you guys say green light, go after them, I'll go after them, right? More aggressively. I can turn up the volume, my friends. There's a volume button, right? So maybe 2021, maybe the rideshare professor's volume button was on 50%. Maybe we need to go up to 80 or 90%, right? So Carlos is in the house now, and I'm going to keep on making videos. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, maybe a weekly or 2 weekly shout out. Alex Rosenblatt, we waiting. Alex Rosenblatt, we waiting. Alex Rosenblatt, we waiting, right? You are hired by this company to better the treatment of drivers. That is your position. There's a huge press releases. It was all, you go in, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't believe that I'm making this crap up. Go in and there's a website called Google, right? You spell it GOOGLE.com, Google. Sorry, I'm being sarcastic, right? And you type in Alex Rosenblatt. And by the way, Rosenblatt is German. In German, it's pronounced Rosenblatt. It means the leaf of the rose petal leaf. That's what the name means, Rosenblatt. So, did you extend a rose or an olive leaf or anything to the drivers? Anything, Alex Rosenblatt, right? Go and Google her name and see when this chick was hired. See what her position was. She was hired to teach Uber, the executive trash team, including Dara Khosrowshahi, how to treat drivers better. Have you and I seen any better treatment in 365 days? I haven't. Bring me an article of something that Alex Rosenblatt has done for you, has done for your brother or sister in the rideshare community. Show me. I want to see that. And frickin' hit the like button, please, right? Guys, hit that like button, right? We're on 20, we have 49 people, and I'm calling this chick out. I'm giving her grief. I'm getting in her space, right? And on behalf of all the drivers, because she's doing nothing, that deserves a like. Because I'm putting in my time to be vocal and go after her ass, right? Which I'm going to do. I'm going to be more and more vocal. Alex Rosenblatt, what have you done for drivers in 365 days, right? Spread the word. Tweet the link afterwards. Put it in Facebook. We've got all these wonderful Facebook pages where, by the way, where you get a ton of information, good information from drivers that share with drivers, delivery people that share with delivery people, a community that genuinely 100% comes up with way better ideas than Alex Rosenblatt has ever proposed in her lifetime, because she's done nothing, right? If you want suggestions and real ideas, go to the Facebook pages. Go and put in Facebook Houston, Uber Houston, or Las Vegas Uber, or Las Vegas Uber and Lyft, and watch all those wonderful communities of tight drivers, right? Sharing and caring, sharing and caring, sharing and caring in those Facebook communities, right? Because they help each other out. That is the role, ROLE. That is the role that Alex Rosenblatt was supposed to play, right? Not like have you figure out everything for them, but she was hired for a lot of money. They shut her up because she was a big critique, and she was supposed to put systems into place, ideas, your suggestions, your input to fruition to make this happen, to make a better rideshare environment for the community. Now, Alex, you have done shit. You have done absolutely effing shit for the drivers in 365 days, right? I mean, I can go into Facebook and find more meaningful suggestions and ideas directly from drivers, right? And they're not even being paid for those ideas or suggestions. Your ass is being paid a lot of money, several $100,000 you are earning for that senior position to do something for drivers and delivery drivers, and you have delivered jack shit, nothing. Circulate the video. Circulate this video so that Alex Rosenblatt hears from us. Skip the airport? No, I'm at the airport. Right? I'm at the airport. Patrick, greetings, everyone. We got 44 people in the house. We got 46 people in the house. Shout out here from LAX. I'm at Starbucks. If anybody wants to drop by, be in the live feed, or have a coffee or a croissant or anything on me, come on by. Come on by. I will walk down and I will treat you to a meal and something to drink, or hot chocolate, whatever you want. I'm right. Oh God, this guy drove right over, you know, those concrete barriers in the parking. Boom! Shattered the bottom spoiler. Yeah, get out of your car and look at your damage, bro. Yeah, you damaged your car, fool. So come on by. Come on by. Come and knock on the window here. I'm here. I'm sitting in the Cadillac. IQ boy is in the house, right? So I have some pretty hardcore videos coming out. Maybe tomorrow, right? Got a lot of topics, right? I research these topics and I make videos. And one thing, my friends, maybe I'm letting the cat out of the bag here, but the one video you need to watch tomorrow or the next day, I got to sneeze. Tissue! Sorry. Woo! I put a little bit too much eucalyptus in the car just now, right? My spawn wheels. Let me let the cat out of the bag here. I spoke to an attorney, and I said to this attorney, why, listen, let me do some work for you. Let me do some video work for you. Thank you, Rob. DC gig worker now. The investors are fine with Dara and Alex. As a worker, I want her gone with him. I love it, DC gig. That is like music to me. Music. You're singing. I want Dara and Alex Rosenblatt to disappear. Let them leave the company and bring in some frickin' talent that mean it. So Rob just said, I went onto Twitter and I found nothing. I found no announcement, nothing. And that's, I've been studying the news every single day on multiple topics. I have not heard one single announcement from Alex Rosenblatt. Nada, niente, nichts, zilch, zero. Right? Niet in Ruski. Nothing. Dylan's in the house. So, share the video. Let's call out this woman. Now, I said I'm going to lead a little bit of a cat out the bag. And I contacted a good attorney, a friend of mine, and I don't expect anything for free from my attorney friend, but I said to him, I really need to find out why so many drivers are waiting to be onboarded, or they've been driving and they're trying to get back on the platform but they're not getting back on the platform? Is it checker, right? Is it the background check? What is holding up the show, right? Can you do some research, right? And in return, I'll make some videos to help you with some of your marketing. No problem. So this is a while ago. The guy contacts me today and he says, I found out why. I think I know the reason why a lot of drivers are not making it back on the platform. And I said, has it got something to do with background checks, right? Background checks. And he says, to a large extent, yes, but let me explain. Ladies and gentlemen, letting the cat out of the bag. I'm going to make a stand-alone video about this tomorrow, and I want you to share this as well. This is what the attorney says. So, Uber has a page on their website, the big bold, everybody can read. When you come on board or when you return, right, we run a background check on you through Checker. We know that, right? So, okay, that's the one thing. We do some research or run a little bit of a background check on you through the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles. We know that, right? If it's speeding or crazy fines, obviously they're not going to onboard you. Okay, and then it says there, and I'm going to show you the proof tomorrow, and it says there, we do not run credit checks. Credit checks. We do not run a credit checks or a credit check or a credit checks with the different associations against you. So basic your consumer habits, right? Your consumer habits. Good credit, bad credit. And I really don't care a rat's ass who has what type of credit. Whether you have a bad credit or a good credit, to me, you are a human, you're a driver. I am not judging you by your credit or your credit worthiness. I don't care if you have $5 in the bank or $500 in the bank. I'm still going to treat you the same way. I'm still going to talk to you the same way, just as there's no difference between a king and a janitor. They're both humans and they both deserve to be on this planet and enjoy themselves. The king and the janitor. The one ain't more special than the other. Dara Khosrowshahi, the executive, is no more special than the driver. He's a human, you're a human, right? We got to get to this level right here. So I'm saying to myself, okay, they announce it right there. Underlined, we do not run credit checks. So I said to the attorney, okay, cool. So what is it then? Why are drivers not onboarding? Why are they not getting back on the system? And he said, listen, let me share with you terms of service, those legal pages, right? And deep in there, this is what attorneys do. They find this shit, right? They're like, Frank, how are you? Here it is. We have the right to run a credit check on you. What? And I'm going to show you black and white. We do not run a credit check on you. Big bold on the website. And in the terms of service, pre-qualifying to come on the platform, background checks, we can run a credit check on you. So let me back up here. And this is off the Alex Rosenblatt topic, right? We're on another topic now, and I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to bring you the proof. So I said to this attorney, I said, excuse me? So they say, oh, when they onboard you, they run a background check through Checker, they go through your DMV records, and they say, we do not run your credit, right, with the agencies. We don't check on your credit worthiness. We don't look at your history. Have you paid? Have you not paid? Have you defaulted? Have you lost your house? Is it in foreclosure? None of those records. No, we don't do that. It's there. And then deep in the terms of service, we have the right to run a credit check on you. Okay, so let's back up. Okay, that's the biggest lie, by the way. So they just outed themselves as assholes of the year, right? Oh no, we don't do it, but we actually do it. We do it. No, we don't do it, but we actually do it. On page 14, we have the right to run a credit check on you. So if they run a credit check, they've done your background check, they've done your DMV check, everything's fine, you should be going on the platform. You think, hey, everything's fine. I've done nothing illegal on the DMV. I have no speeding fines. I have no DUIs. I have no criminal records. I should be good to go. Who is holding me up? Is the company holding me up? No, they're blaming it on the court system. Uber is actually blaming it on the court system. But hold on one second. The company runs a credit check on you. And the attorney told me that most likely, this is his theory, that a lot of people don't get onboarded again or do not get green lighted or may have driven in the past and cannot drive now is because they have gone into your credit records. Right now, that should show up, right? They run a credit check. Who knows who they're sleeping with? Who knows in Palo Alto where they get the information of? But they do not have any right to go into your credit records, right? Your credit worthiness. Are you bankrupt? Are you not bankrupt? Have you foreclosed? Have you not foreclosed? Did you default on credit cards? Did you pay your credit cards, right? That's none of their effing business. Now, if that's one of the reasons they are onboarding you and that they check your credit, they have flat out blatantly lied. Now, after that video tomorrow, they may change that because they're going to get sued, right? They're going to get sued, right? They've snuck the language in there. We have the right to run credit on you. And I want to show you black and white. Now it's just words from the right. Tomorrow I back it up with the pages and the screenshots. I got no guarantee they might take it down 48 hours later, right? But I can really buy the story from this attorney who's taken the time to research it, and he says, yeah, they run the background check on you. They check your criminal records, they check your DMV, and they're checking your credit. They have the right to run your credit, right? And let's say something negative shows up on the credit, or let's say you have defaulted on some credit cards, or you've taken up too much credit during the pandemic and you're paying it off, and maybe you skipped some payments. We're humans, right? We're not perfect. We're not robots, right? Does that count against you? Does that make you a bad driver? Does that make you a bad human? Rideshare rodeo in the house. If they check into your credit, whichever the three agencies are, check. Must provide that you were checked within 30 days. Now, that is what I believe. That is what I believe. But if you see all the underhanded tactics, who knows what access they have to what databases, and they're not sharing this. By law, you have to disclose that you checked someone's credit. And I am not making this up, ladies and gentlemen. This legal verbiage, this comes from an attorney, is embedded in their legal terms of service, that they have the right to run a credit check. We're not buying anything from you, right? We're not buying a car from you, Uber, right? Or maybe, maybe what they do is you're trying to get a Hertz Tesla car through the new Hertz deal. Maybe Hertz runs a little background check on you and says, nah, doesn't look good for this guy. And they don't even onboard you. So I believe I want to pay this attorney more money to go deeper. And I believe that if other attorneys look into this, I believe it's another big lawsuit coming, right? So Roman says SoftBank, Uber, Ola, Didi, Lyft. Yes, Rideshare Rodeo, we are also not employees. Correct, right? So fascinating stuff. I'll be reporting on all of this tomorrow. For right now, I want to get back on the topic. I tend to talk about a lot of things in one live feed. You will get that video about me. About the credit. But let's go back to Alex Rosenblatt. And Alex, for the majority of the beginning of the video, I asked you, Alex Rosenblatt, what have you done for the drivers in 365 days? Right? And I've researched everywhere. I read all your wonderful press releases when you were hired, because you were a big critique and they hired you to teach the company, to teach the executives, and to build relations with the drivers and to teach Uber that drivers are people, that they're humans. And no matter how much I have searched online, on blogs, on websites, all I can find, and that's on Facebook, that's on Twitter, all I can find is that they announced your position. You used to be one of the fiercest critics, just like I am. I'm a critic, right? I critique Uber and Lyft a lot because I want them to do better, right? I want to call them out. I want to expose them, right? I want to hold the mirror up to Dara Khosrowshahi and say, hey, Dara, take a look in the mirror. Look at yourself for a second. Look at what you do. Look at what your company does and correct it, right? Now, that is why they hired Alex Rosenblatt, right? To hold up the mirror to Uber and say, hang on, something's not good here. Something's not good in the relationships with Uber and the drivers. And we need to correct that. And that's why you're hiring me. But now, not more and more do I believe, but more and more do I know that they actually hired you to shut you up. To basically cut your tongue off. To cut your tongue off and to remove your vocal cords, right? To cut your vocal cords out and cut your tongue off. Can't speak. My name's Alex Rosenblatt and I can't speak anymore because my vocal cords have been removed and I don't have a tongue. That's what they did to you, Alex Rosenblatt. They literally removed your vocal cords and they removed your tongue so you wouldn't speak because you have been dead silence for 365 effing days. Please tell me if I'm wrong. Please prove otherwise, Alex. Have any driver bring me an article or a story that proves otherwise. That she is like the golden child, that she is like the savior, you know, the savior of the drivers, actually doing something for drivers. Nothing. Zilch. Niente. Niet in Russia. Nada. Nichts in German. Nothing. Merry Christmas, my friends. Pachi, stay safe, my brother. Guys, stay away from Senor Omicron. Stay away from Senor COVID. Stay away from that and just be safe. Let's get to 2022. Let's make money. Let's expose these fools. Let's keep it real. Let's dive into the facts. Let's expose the real stories. Let's talk about things that really matter. Safety. Let's talk about money, which we need to feed our families. And let's keep it real in 2022. I mean, is it that difficult? That's what you were hired for, Alex Rosenblatt. Let me do your job. Let me do it. Dara, you resign. Put in someone that cares. The person that cares, the new CEO, hire me. And I'll tell you how we correct this ship. I will show you how to not hit an iceberg. I will show you what it takes to keep drivers happy, right? And it's very simple. Communication, respect, integrity, and follow through on promises. Don't make promises that have hidden underlying agendas, right? When you make a promise, we'll put more money in your bank account. Do it. Show us how you do it. Don't put a couple of cents in here and take a couple of dollars away from here, right? With your underhand bullshit tactics, right? Hire me. I will only talk to a CEO, right, that I believe is good for the company. So once Dara, would I work under Dara? Never in my freaking life would I work under Logan Green or John Zimmer or Dara Khosrowshahi as a consultant, because they do not deserve my oxygen. They do not deserve my ideas, right? I want them out in the trash can, in the garbage. Let the garbage truck come by, collect them, throw them in the back of the garbage truck, and drive them out of the headquarters and have a limo come in and deliver the new CEO in the company, and let's start talking. Let's start talking about real ideas, real suggestions from drivers. Let us be the real Alex Rosenblatt, because this chick has failed us again and again and again. And how does she fail us? She's done nothing. She's done absolutely nothing. So I rest my case, Your Honor, right? I'll let the jury decide, right? The jury can, convict me, or they can approve me and they can approve my ideas, right? I, Your Honor, will let the jury decide. That's it. I've rested my case. Thank you very much. The court day is over. I leave. My friends, it was fun. Now it's time to make money again. My clients have just landed at LAX. I'm going to pick them up at United Airlines. Rideshare Rodeo in the house. Happy holidays, everyone. Please subscribe to his channel. Please go and watch his podcast. The guy's the real deal when it comes to podcasts. Super, super good topics and super good guests on his show. Check him out. The Rideshare Rodeo. Steve in the house. Subscribe to him. He gets 2 thumbs up from the Rideshare Professor. We have 52 people in the house. I've got 46 likes. Is there any way, ladies and gentlemen, we could bump that up to 52 or 53? Whoever hasn't hit this button, this is what it looks like. It doesn't look like this, right? Because they don't show the dislikes in the videos anymore. It looks like this. If you see a button like this under the video, smash it as hard as you can without breaking your keyboard, right? Just hit this button. We're on 49, and we're on 49 and 49. Anybody for a 50? Anybody for a 50? Anybody in the room willing to get out of 50? We've got a 49, 49, 49. Anybody for a 50? We're on 51 people in the house, and we got a 50. Thank you. In the back row, we got a 50. We got a 50. Anybody want a 51, 51? Anybody willing to get a 51, 51? And we got a 50, and we got a 51. We have now officially as many likes as subscribers, as people in the live feed. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And paid to drive was my number. Numero 50. Nummer 50. Thank you. Brian Hughes in the house. We're going strong. We're going to pick up clients right now. And we're going to go and make some money. We're going to go and make some more money because I'm taking a week off. I'm tired. It's been a long, long year with a lot of different things happening. Right, Rideshare Professor bought a nice, big, beautiful house, had my jacuzzi delivered this morning, and life is good. I am not complaining. The only people that I'm complaining to right now is Alex Rosenblatt, because she's done nothing, and the only people I'm complaining to right now is Dara, because you're not a leader, you're not a CEO, you're not a chief executive officer, you're a BSO, a bullshitting officer, right? And so I'm really not complaining. Life is good, but my job, I'm a driver advocate. I'm here to keep it real. I'm here to call them out, right? That's what this channel is about. And I am here to channel your suggestions and your ideas and your input to the companies, right? So that they hear us, right? You have a platform to talk. You can use this platform to be vocal. Keep it real. No racism allowed. No trashing other people. No trashing religions. We keep it real in this channel. As long as you can abide by the rules, we're family, right? If you're a troll, if you're negative, if you're a hater, whatever, I kick you out. I might even just slap you out of the room, right? So we create the environment. You treat, ladies and gentlemen, it's very easy. You treat people the way you want to be treated. I will treat you with respect as a subscriber, as a friend, as part of the rideshare community, if you treat me well, right? It's a two-way street, right? We got to work together. It's not a one-way street. It's not all about the Rideshare Professor. This channel is about the rideshare community, that big, big family, and all the positive ideas and the input we set into motion. It's a mutual exchange of beneficial energy, ladies and gentlemen, right? But when I have haters, when I have people that say nasty things or attack my family or whatever the case may be, we're done. The relationship is over. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Frohe Weihnachten, Geseënde Kersfees. There you've heard it in a couple of languages, right? I truly, truly wish you and your wonderful family and your extended family and your nieces and your nephews and your grandmother and your grandfather and your mother and your father and your kids and your daughters and your sons a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Marco Lugo in the house, another great warrior. Appreciate you all. God bless you all until the next live feed, ladies and gentlemen. And if I may leave on this note, Alex Rosenblatt, this message is for you. I'm waiting. 365 days of silence. I'm still waiting. I'm all ears, but I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your first announcement, what you're going to do for drivers. So Alex Rosenblatt, please feel free to contact me. Please feel free to come onto my show and tell me, hey, it took me 365 days to put this idea or to put this presentation together. Here it is. But so far, I've had nothing from you, Alex Rosenblatt. God bless you all. Be safe.